welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm doing a little vlog today because today I am racing my first race since the London Marathon, and it is a mile race on the track, which I technically sort of did last year, but it was on a busy track, and this is more of like an official event with Tracksmith. So I'm gonna get a bib, I'm gonna get, I'm in like the second race of the evening, and I'm just really excited, and I'm gonna take you along on the experience. But I am going for a little quick shakeout this morning, just a little 3-mile run. And so let's go and do that. And then I will come back and show you kind of just what I'm eating throughout the day to keep a pretty simple, relatively fiber-free diet for the day, just to make sure that I'm feeling my best come this evening when my race is at 7:12 p.m. But let's go for a little shakeout. And there we go. The dryer is going on in the background of the kitchen, so I am mic'd up for this post-run yogurt bowl, but I am sure that I've shared this before. This is just my go-to every time. So I have Alpro plain yogurt, and I'll put that into a bowl with Form Performance protein powder because protein is important. Sometimes I do opt for the OTE chocolate soya, but I don't know, maybe I'm boring. Maybe I just like, I don't know, plain flavored things. But I'm gonna put you maybe down here so you can get like a real view of it. But let's see. Okay, so here is the yogurt. We're going 1, 2, and then maybe 3. Just big old scoops. Always have to lick the spoon. I do want to start actually like measuring out how much protein I'm actually having. I usually just do like big spoonfuls, but I think I might try and do like one. I feel like 1 scoop is a lot. Let's see. I'm gonna see how 2/3. I don't know. I'm like curious like how much protein I actually have in a day. Not that I'm trying to like have a ton. I'm not really one of those people who tracks any of my food, but I do want to try and have protein. But like this is the sort of consistency that I try and aim for. I don't know if that's focusing, but it looks gross, but I promise it is good. And then I am adding, let's see, again, licking the spoon. We're now adding some blueberries. That's probably enough. And then finally, my favorite, this is just fruit and fiber in a big Tupperware, but don't hate on fruit and fiber. I think that it's so good and just like, again, some easy carbs, but it's kind of like a big old like yogurt cereal protein bowl. So we're getting both carbs and protein. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that like the blueberries and fruit will probably be like the only fiber that I have today. I'm really trying not to have fibers today. I feel like I used to kind of ignore this and just like have like kale and stuff anyways. But like I know myself, I will feel that later on the track. And I don't want to feel like I'm going to poo my pants during this mile race. I want to give it a proper go. So I'm going to sit on the couch and have this, and then we will shower. Okay, we did need to add more yogurt because the cereal to yogurt ratio was not enough. But I also wanted to quickly notice that I just went on a literal like 3-mile 5K shakeout run, and I'm having like this big bowl of protein yogurt and cereal because there's truly never like a certain amount of mileage that you need to run in order to eat like a certain amount of food. Like you should be refueling yourself regardless. This is a hill that I will die on. And I've been fueling kind of intentionally, but like, again, you guys know I'm not taking this race super seriously, but like I know that I'm racing a mile tonight. I want to feel my best. And so like yesterday I had like a little bit of extra carbs yesterday evening. And then like today I'm just kind of like trying to be intentional with that. But I feel like that's just something I want to say. I also am on my period, so that's also probably leading to why I'm feeling so hungry. But like, this is just a reminder to not ignore those hunger cues, like, just because of whatever like skinny talk rhetoric you're seeing online. You need to listen to your body, fuel your body. My body is very hungry, so I'm gonna feed it. Okay, and before we get into the shower, we're gonna have creatine. I'm coming up on almost a month of having creatine, and I've been documenting a video, which I will share about soon, but going well so far, I think. Okay, I just finished my smoothie and I have been working on some school stuff for a project, but I quickly wanted to share about the shoe I'm going to be wearing tonight. So if you watched a 5K race that I ran a few months ago in February, you would have seen that I wore these, and I just, you guys know that I'm obsessed with the Pro 4s, but like this colorway is so beautiful, and I quite literally I've only worn them for that 5K race. I've worn my other Pro 4s to death pretty much. Like, you can feel when a carbon shoe is kind of starting to go, and so these are the next ones that I have, and I'm just obsessed. And yeah, it's got the little "this too shall pass" on the back, but I'm gonna wear these. And then my thinking, because the weather is looking a little bit like windy, gray, cloudy, I'm gonna go with some like flowy shorts, probably the Nike Aero Swift, and then some sort of like a kind of airy top. I think I do better when I'm not in like tighter clothes for running quick, and I just feel better because there's like less clothing like sort of like, I don't know, like touching me. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I'm really excited to wear these. I love them. So yeah. Okay, quick little decaf iced coffee. It is about 5 p.m. So yeah, literally exactly 5 o'clock actually. And we are gonna start getting ready and need to have like maybe one more little meal before I head off. Okay, I thought I was gonna try something new, but we're just gonna stick with what I typically have before any race, no matter the distance. So 2 rice cakes, a bit of peanut butter, banana, cinnamon, and a little decaf iced coffee, and then I will get ready and show you the outfit. Just before I get ready, I am gonna have the Cadence Core electrolytes because it's got the sodium, potassium, and magnesium. And in the past, I have tried the race, but just because the race has got caffeine and this race is at 7 p.m., I'm kind of feeling like I have this one because I don't necessarily want to like not be able to sleep. So I'm gonna start drinking this now because for some reason I take ages to drink just like normal, I don't know, like electrolytes that are not in like flavored fizzy water because I'm a child. But And then right before I leave, I'll just put it into this bottle and bring it with me. But I reckon I need to leave in about 40-ish minutes. So let's start getting ready. I am just going to do like a little bit of like very light makeup. Not because I feel a need to look a certain way. I just like, I don't know. I'm very okay to like race barefaced. I did this for the marathon and everything, but I am just gonna do literally 2 things and that's it. That's it. But anyways, I mean, SPF is important anyways, but I just went outside to buy some ice and some things from the shop and oh my gosh, it's very like warm. It's windy, but it's warm out. A weird humidity, like windy. I can't explain it, but like lots of people have been telling me, because I've been very transparent about the fact that I am scared of this. I'm scared to race a mile because you are in pain for 4 laps. But then a lot of people are like, just think of it as like you're in pain for literally 6 minutes. And my PB is 6:18, so that's sort of what we're working with. I didn't really come close last year, I'm gonna be honest. It was not great. Like I knew and I calculated out like what times I need to make like lap time wise on the track, but I couldn't hang on. And I know that it's just like you're in so much pain. And even though it's just for 4 laps, I think that it like genuinely feels like forever sometimes. But oh, and the sun's coming out. I just feel like I'm a little bit nervous. But I mean, hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well because this is my first race since London. And I think that maybe that's why I feel like I want just like a little bit of a confidence boost. So I'm putting on like literally just 2 makeup-y things. But for the most part, I'm going to keep it pretty bare-faced because I am a very, very sweaty runner. And yeah, some of you might have also clocked literally in the last scene that I am wearing a new watch. And fear not, I'm going to be coming out with a YouTube review soon. But this is indeed the Garmin Forerunner 970, and I was very, very kindly gifted it. And today's been like my first full day wearing it, and there are a lot of things that I really like about it, and I've just been like sharing along the way like my thoughts and stuff. So I'll be sharing that video soon, but keep an eye out, and if you subscribe, you will be notified. And I try and get my videos up and like notify like channel members, and I think that subscribers that like when exactly videos are going to go up. But I'm also not the best at like editing videos ahead of time because I am a full-time student. So I do my best. But yeah, I'm just going to finish getting ready. And then I was between 2 different outfits to wear, but I think that I'm leaning towards one. But yeah, okay. That's literally it. That's all I'm doing. My face was already really shiny before. It's just even more shiny with SPF. So okay, these are basically the 2 outfits that I'm between. I am very much leaning towards this one. This is the exact outfit that I wore for Cambridge Half, and I just loved it because both of these pieces are super, super airy. And then this top also has like holes in it. But this full fit is all Nike, and you guys know I'm wearing Adidas shoes, and it's like controversial to wear both brands. But this fit is actually all Adidas. And these are some shorts that I got from them at one point. They're very, very split, like high split shorts is the only thing. And I don't love how these tops fit me. Like they're okay. But for some reason, like this just fits me better around the chest area. And I'm kind of like, I'm going to be giving an all-out mile. So I kind of just want to be more comfortable. But I might try both on and just see what they look like. Okay, shock. We went with the full Nike, and then I've got the Adidas socks, but I need to go and meet Gabriel at the tube station, so let's head to the race.
ourselves out. Alan Nash, Elizabeth Newcomer, Claire Norris, Anthony De Lorenzo, Laura Schmidt, Sam Singer, AJ Small. When you come forward, look down.
Thank you.
Good job, Liz!
Okay, I finished the mile race a little bit ago, but I've just been chatting and yapping with some friends. But it was really fun, and it was like a proper track race, which I've never personally done. So that was a really cool experience for me, like getting up to the line, being told like, you know, ready, and then you go, and there were pacers. The pacers were so helpful because last year I just started off and I went off way too quick. So like I was ready to be done in the first lap last year, whereas this year I felt really controlled, and I'm pretty sure I ran bang on my PB time, which is great. But I felt like I could have maybe pushed more a bit earlier, but there was a strong headwind. But it's okay because I had really low expectations. This was just all for fun. So we're just doing a little cool down and then we'll head home. But next month I've got a 3K race, and then July we've got some trail races, and then August we've got a 5K on a track again. So that'll be interesting. 12 laps. Guys, it is the next morning, and as you can tell, I just got back from a run, and I never closed out this video, but I also wanted to say that I completely forgot that my plan had me doing a mini tempo this morning, so that's why we're so sweaty, but we're gonna ignore that. But I never recapped the end of last night. I have a lot to say, but like not like in a bad way, like in a really good way. I just think that it was like such a fun evening, and as someone who has never run track or field or cross country or anything in high school or college, that was such a new and fun experience for me. And I think that it just like, it taught me a few things. One, that you are never too old to try something new. And like, it was just so cool, like being able to like, you know, like come up and like get checked in with like the person who was like checking all of our numbers. Also, like this is the first time I've had two bibs, like one on my front, one on my back, and just like being able to check in, and then like you like get up, and then when they say like ready, and then you step up to the line, but your toe can't go over the white line, like everything that like I watch in track and field now as a runner who loves running as a sport. And then the gun went off, and yeah, we ran 4 laps. I think that it was like just so nice to have pacers. There were 2 6-minute pacers and then 1 6:05 pacer. And because my PB is a 6:18, I decided to like keep the 6:05 pacer. I started with him, and then I kind of just like kept him in my sights. But by the last, like the 3rd lap, because he only did 3, he was like way further ahead, and I did feel like very controlled. And I think that for me, something that like scared me, because last year was just kind of, it felt like a shamble of an attempt. And like, I'll include a photo. I think I ended up running like a 6:29 or a 6:30. Like it was miles off the time, my PB time. And then like when I ran the PB was in 2023 at like a mile time trial with Adidas, and we were like just running around the Emirates Stadium. And so like my watch didn't say that it was a full mile, but the clock said, or like whatever the chip like thing on the board, I'll also include a photo, said that it was a 6:18. And so like that was like my PB, because that was my first time running an all-out mile. But I feel like this was the first like proper all-out mile. And I know that you're not supposed to, I actually don't know how you're supposed to feel. I feel like anytime I ask anyone how to pace a mile, they're just like, you just go all out for a mile. And I'm like, yeah, but like I don't know, I don't like the feeling of like lactic coming up my legs. I don't like feeling like, you know, I can't push any further than I can. And I feel like I felt pretty controlled for most of that race. And it wasn't until like the last lap where like I really wanted to push, and there was a girl right on me, and I'm gonna include a video because I could hear her, and like I knew that she was right behind me, but she like, her breath sounded so tired, whereas like I knew that like I could maybe like kick a bit more at the end. But then like we turned the corner for the last 100 meters, and she just like shot around me, and I was like, you know what, fair enough, she used me for the wind. And then she shot around and went off, and I tried to go with her, but I couldn't keep up with her. But it's just good to like have people to like run with. And I think that that event was so well put on by Tracksmith as well. And just like being able to run in a race that only had, like I was race 2 and we only had like 19 people, I think, but they organize you by your PB time. And so you're running with people that run around your pace anyways. So you're not like, say, I mean, you could be the last person in your group, but for the most part, like you're running with a pack of some sort. And so like, it was kind of nice to like work with that girl. There was another girl, and I want to shout her out because she told me that she watches the channel and listens to the podcast. I didn't catch her name, but I can probably look up the number on the start list. And I told her after the race, I was like, I saw you in your full green outfit, and I was like, I need to stay with this girl. And even afterwards, after I spoke to her, Gabriel was like, you should have stayed with her, because like I think she ended up running like a 6 something, like right around 6. And like for me, I think I would love to get to that point of running like a 6 or like even a sub 6. I think would be like the dream. But I think, yeah, an all-out mile is just so, there's so many like emotions. You're just feeling like so tired by the end. There was also just a strong headwind when you were coming back to the start. And yeah, I just thought it was good fun. And it's just nice to be in that running community and just like see so many people you know, and like chat, catch up. And it was just a really nice evening. And I think that it was like what I needed after London Marathon. Like I needed to like go into something with really low expectations and just have fun with it. And that was exactly what last night was. And so I'm hoping to do the same with the Solstice 3K next month, which is my next race that I'm doing. I've never raced a 3K, and it's not on a track. It's on like a really interesting course in Coal Drop Yard in King's Cross. So like where they typically have cycling events, like we're basically running on that. And I think it's going to be really, really cool. And the best part about running a distance for the first time is that it will be a PB regardless. So, but I am going to do some 3K specific training. So I'm excited to just work on the shorter distances. And then I've got 2 trail races in July. And then I will finish with a 5K at the end of August to kind of complete this like fun summer of trail and short distance track stuff. And then there might maybe be a marathon at the end of the year, but we are not doing an autumn marathon. We're doing an autumn half, which I will also tell you about soon because I'm pretty sure details are confirmed, but I will just check that and then I will let you guys know. But that's kind of like the race calendar for me for the rest of the year. And it's pretty relaxed because I think it's doing me a world of good that I'm not jumping into another marathon training block like next month or in July, like a lot of people are for the autumn marathons. And I think that like I just need that. Like I am not ready for another marathon right now, and I'm not afraid to say that and share that. So like if you watch people running back-to-back marathons all the time, let this be a reminder that like that's not normal. And so, you know, it's okay if you don't feel ready, and I don't feel ready. So we're gonna focus on some other distances. But I hope you enjoyed this video of my first ever track race and a fun all-out mile. And yeah, be on the lookout for more videos this summer. And I am really excited for my next video that will come after this because I will be reviewing the new Forerunner 970. 935 was my first one, but like doing a full unboxing, first impressions and everything. But I'm just waiting until the day that I can release that because I am working with Garmin, which is really exciting. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. It really supports the channel. Comment below what videos you'd like to see from me next and what other races you would love to see me try. Make sure to subscribe because I come out with a new video every week, and this week I'm pretty sure I'll have released like 3. But you know, some weeks I come out with like multiple and some it's just one and I barely manage to squeeze that one. But I love staying consistent, and I also have a podcast, so make sure to check that out. But I will see you in the next video. Bye.